how do you become magnetic without faking it? How do you walk into a room and instantly connect with people? How do you have that chemistry, that light that makes people lean in, remember you, and want to be around you? If you've ever asked yourself how to be more likable, more charismatic, more yourself, without shrinking or pretending, then keep watching. Because no one embodies that kind of effortless magnetism quite like Keke Palmer. She's not just entertaining, she's electric. The moment she walks into a room or onto a screen, you feel it. She's warm, she's quick-witted, she's light on her feet, and grounded in herself all at once. And it's not just because she's funny or talented or confident, though she is all of those things. It's something deeper, something more honest, a kind of presence that makes you feel like you already know her, and like somehow she gets you too. But here's the thing most people miss. This kind of charisma isn't magic, it's a practice. And in this video, we're breaking it down. The habits, the mindset, the emotional intelligence that makes Keke Palmer the kind of person that's effortlessly charismatic. This is the Keke Palmer blueprint. Part charisma, part confidence, and all about showing up as your full self in a way that naturally draws people in.
You have to always remember who you are and always what it is you want. Why it is you.
Before Keke ever lights up a room, she's already lit up from within. She's connected to how she feels, and that's what makes her easy to connect with. You can see it in the way she listens, the way she makes eye contact, the way she laughs with her whole body. Keke doesn't hide her joy. She doesn't water herself down. She lets herself be excited, animated, playful, alive. And that's where most of us get it wrong. We hide our delight. We mute our reactions. We play it cool. We say thank you like we're bored, when deep down, we're thrilled. We hide our enthusiasm because we're scared to look too eager or like we're doing too much. But here's the truth. Your energy sets the tone. People take emotional cues from you, whether you realize it or not. When you're fully present with your own emotions, you create space for others to do the same. When you're lit up, it gives others permission to light up too. That's the real source of Keke's magnetism. She doesn't force a vibe. She is the vibe. The best part is, there's nothing calculated about it. No micromanaging, just pure presence. The kind that uplifts and inspires effortlessly. So the next time you walk into a room, lead with warmth, offer a genuine smile, because you can't control how people will react, but you can shape the energy you bring. Real influence doesn't come from forcing a response. It comes from being so grounded in yourself that people can't help but match your energy.
What the hell is... Ooh, y'all are really testing me on some stuff that I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
One of Keke's most underrated skills is how effortlessly she connects with everyone. Why? Because she spent a lifetime doing it. Growing up in the entertainment industry meant learning how to adapt and relate to people from all walks of life. She's practiced. It's part of what makes her such a natural host. Whether it's the Met Gala, a daytime talk show, a press junket, a late-night interview, or her own podcast, Keke knows how to hold a room and hold a conversation. But the real key to having chemistry with just about anyone is something most people overlook. Keke is a generous conversationalist. She's down to follow any tangent, explore any rabbit hole. She laughs easily, listens fully, and always has a story on hand that someone else might relate to. That's something worth practicing. Not just telling better stories, but telling the right story at the right time. The kind that connects. Because here's the truth. Magnetic people tend to be deeply curious. They're genuinely interested in others. They ask good questions, not to be polite, but because they care about the answer. They listen, not to respond, but to understand. That kind of smoothness doesn't come from charm alone. It comes from exposure, effort, and emotional intelligence. From being around all types of people, from learning how to read a room, pivot when needed, and share stories that land. And that's something we can all do more of. Step outside your usual social circles. Talk to people you normally wouldn't. People older than you, younger than you, from different backgrounds, different perspectives. Because once you do, you start to see the truth. Most people aren't that different. They just want to be seen, included, and valued. And once you get that, you unlock something powerful. The ability to connect with anyone, anywhere. Keke cracked that code a long time ago. Not by performing, but by showing up with openness, curiosity, and care. Because when you see people clearly, they feel it. And that's what makes you unforgettable.
You know, I'm strong. I feel like I'm a force when I walk into a room, but I'm still very soft and demure. You know, I make a joke and I want you to laugh because I want you to feel at ease.
Keke Palmer is endlessly watchable because she's never just one thing. She can be wise beyond her years 1 minute and completely unhinged the next. One moment, she's giving some sage wisdom. The next, she's making the room erupt with laughter. She's a motivational big sister, chaotic meme queen, old soul, industry veteran. You never know what side you're going to get. And that's what makes her magnetic. Relationship coach Matthew Hussey calls this your unique pairing, the unexpected combination of traits that make you compelling. And he's right. We're drawn to people who don't fit neatly into a box, because part of what draws people in isn't just charm or polish. It's dimension. We're fascinated by what we can't quite figure out. And the people we can't stop thinking about, they tend to have one thing in common. They keep surprising us. That's the real key to standing out. Your uniqueness isn't just about being quirky. It's about leaning into the contrast and complexity that makes up you. Maybe you're soft-spoken and hilarious, artistic and analytical. Maybe you love Renaissance paintings and reality TV. Whatever your mix is, own it. Lead with it. That same dynamic energy shows up across everything Keke does. She acts, she sings, she dances, she hosts. She's even voiced animated characters. And most recently, she authored her second book, Master of Me: The Secret to Controlling Your Own Narrative. An honest, empowering look at how she learned to value herself and own her story. That kind of range isn't just talent, it's trust. The world keeps giving Keke more space because we're drawn to how she shows up, fully and authentically.
You know what the beauty of you, Keke? You are just the same.
Oh.
Just full of life, spirit, and you bring that spirit everywhere you go.
But here's the other part of the equation. Keke isn't magnetic just because she's unpredictable. She's magnetic because she's real. Her weirdness is disarming. Her goofiness makes you feel like you're in on the joke. Her unfiltered personality makes her feel like someone you know. So while you're building your mystique, don't forget to stay human. Let people see the sides of you that aren't so curated. The part of you that laughs too loud, that shares random facts, that gets oddly passionate about niche things. That's what makes people feel like they can actually connect with you. And in that balance of mystery and warmth, uniqueness and relatability, you become unforgettable, captivating. The kind of person who can walk into any room, any conversation, and make people think, who is that? I want to know more.
I am the queen of a reframe, okay? It's not that I didn't get the role. It's that your movie no longer is going to be as good as it could have been. And I feel like shifting the perspective always just, I mean, that to me is the trick. It's never, you're not going to always be able to change the outcome, but you can always change how you looked at it.
For all her humor and relatability, Keke is also a consummate professional. She's had her share of drama, like anyone in the spotlight. But she never lets the mess linger. She addresses things with clarity, grace, and then she keeps it moving. And that matters. Because people trust those who stay grounded, even when things get complicated. And part of how Keke carries herself with such lightness is that she's mastered something most of us overlook, the art of the reframe. She's not in denial. She's being deliberate. She's making a conscious decision to see things differently. Her delivery is hilarious, even a little absurd. And that's the point. She uses humor to take the sting out of rejection, because as she says herself, you're not always going to be able to change the outcome, but you can always change how you look at it. That's the real key to resilience. Not pretending things don't hurt, not becoming bitter or performatively unbothered, but choosing, over and over again, not to let the pain define your presence. And when you make that choice, you free yourself. You stop carrying the emotional weight of every disappointment, every slight, every loss. You stop handing other people the power to keep you down. Because when you're constantly reframing and choosing to lean toward lightness, not bitterness, you're not just protecting your peace, you're processing your emotions instead of projecting them. And this is what makes Keke so magnetic. Her joy isn't naive, it's earned. Her optimism isn't fake, it's a strategy. Her positivity isn't about denial, it's about redirection. And that's the real secret to being magnetic, letting go of what dims you so your energy can do the talking. It's how Keke has not only stayed in the game, but thrived in one of the most unforgiving industries in the world. Because thriving in Hollywood takes a different kind of resilience, the kind that allows you to shrug after a setback, pick yourself up, and return, not bitter or jaded, but better. And honestly, that's what it takes to thrive in life too. Keke Palmer's charisma doesn't come from trying to be liked. It comes from being fully herself and letting people come closer. Her magnetism isn't loud for the sake of it. It's joyful. It's practiced. It's rooted in emotional honesty, genuine curiosity, and a playful spirit. And you don't need to be famous to have that kind of presence. You just need to start showing up more fully. Listen with real interest. Tell stories that bring people in. Lead with warmth. And trust that it's enough, because the right people will feel it. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a comment or pass it along to someone who'd love it. Thank you to all of you who've subscribed, and if you're new here, go ahead and hit subscribe. We're just getting started. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.